How's it going, guys? Welcome back to episode 12 of Tacked Out Podcast, film in the Table Rock studio here in Branson. So today we're going to talk about watermarking your pictures. So I'm kind of going to be working with Whit more. I don't really do a lot of it. I might take some of the pictures, but then he does everything else to go on the computer. So I've got his computer pulled up on my screen over here, and he's going to kind of walk us through the whole process of everything.
Um, yep, there we go. Hello. So this is Canva. This is what I mainly use. It's very simple to do your photos and all that. And so it's free. I already have an account set up, brand new. And so first off, right here, you got these templates. So you got Instagram, Facebook, got some more. You got animated social media, Instagram story, Facebook cover. It's more, but what I usually do is the Instagram post. This is going to be used for Instagram and Facebook, and if you want, you can post on YouTube too. It's just going to be a picture, but you can click on this. They have a tour if you want to go through it. It just helps you go through the basics, but I'm just going to teach you how to do it and skip their tutorial. So we're just gonna skip tour, and I already have a picture and my logo ready. So I'm gonna just drop this in, and there we go. So we're in the uploads, making sure of that, and now I can just drag my picture, and boom. It doesn't see the whole thing because it's Instagram. It's a square. Take your pictures for your social media, but just for the sake of this video. And you can click on this video, go up here to the top left corner, edit image, and you got all these adjust. You can click see all, you can adjust your image to whatever you want it to look like. But we'll just go back, and then you got your logo. You can drag this, scale it to how you want it, put in the corner, do whatever you want, and boom. Simple as that. That's how you watermark your image.
There's also a little bit quicker way that we kinda do stuff too. Just get a patch made or even stickers made with your logo and just throw that sticker or your patch in your picture, and that kind of speeds things up so you don't have to really do the whole thing on the computer. Either way works fine. One just takes a little bit more, or takes a little longer to get to when you can just take that picture and just send it and you're ready to go if you already have your logo or whatever in there. And the importance behind doing that is, you're gonna be the one sharing that, so, you think, "Oh, well, I shared the image so anybody can find it." Well, after that image gets shared 3 or 4 times, it kinda gets lost and people don't know who did it. So it's just important to kinda keep that watermark on there so that if somebody sees that and is like, "Oh, man, I wonder who did that because I want them to do my gun." They know who to call, they know who to find, and that way they can come and find the one that did the original work instead of somebody claiming that they did it and they actually didn't. Because it will happen if you don't watermark your jobs. People will kind of say, "Oh, yeah, I did that," or "I can do stuff like this," and not say who actually did do the job. So it's just always smart to kinda watermark everything you do, especially if it's for picture or, social media or anything like that. And I did have a question for you, Whit.
Hmm.
Go back to that when you right there. So you were talking about taking pictures according to social media. What do you
Hmm.
mean by that? So if anybody doesn't understand it, like
Okay, so Instagram, right? You got most of the time it's the square, or they have like the taller one, but most of the time it's the square. So the way I took this picture, I can actually pull it up. I took a rectangle, almost like a thumbnail for YouTube or just a horizontal. You could use this for Facebook, but it's not good for Instagram. That's
gotcha.
why I say shoot your picture for your social media. If you want to just do an all in one, you can do a really wide view and then just crop it in, but you're going to lose quality. But just shoot your image. Like if you want to do this, you could just shoot just like a square, like
Now,
where it
could
fit.
you invert that image to where it flips it to where, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And that would
So,
that fit the whole gun in there that way?
what do you mean?
If you put the like the barrel up and down, would that actually could you do that? Would that fit? Or no, probably wouldn't still, would it?
Well, what I can do is you can just drop your image in, kind of fit it like that.
I gotcha.
But the only problem is then you got blank space on the top and bottom. But you can use a background. Like Canva is such an awesome app. You can go up here to these elements and you can search for anything like background. And you got all these like let's say you want to say New York City. They got all the stuff.
You just
So
drag that over?
yep, I mean you can put this over, but if you just like hover over the top where it goes to the background, you got your background. Obviously, you probably don't want to use New York City, but that's
Yeah.
not the point.
Alright, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but most of the time you should just shoot for your social media, so make sure it's already fit size when you take the picture.
Right, and that's just kinda playing around and getting used to doing it a little bit.
Yep, and another important thing is how to take your pictures. As you can see, this was shot really nice, but this was super simple. And like I'll let Andrew explain it how they built it, but it's just
Did
professional
you
and
take
all
a
that.
picture of that thing? I know we talked about it, I didn't
Of
know if
what
we did
thing?
or not, of how we actually take our pictures.
No, but I mean you can look at this, how it
Yeah.
is. I can pull up a
I
bigger
didn't
view.
well, I was talking about we have a camera mounted above it, and we have the camera on a light switch, so we can just go over there and turn the camera on and off, and it's just kinda angled straight down. So you get a little bit of a shadow on the bottom, but it's not just terrible. And then, that's just some wood that was already stained and everything that we got at, I think Lowe's, and it's just got slat boards. I think there's maybe 4 slat boards on there, and we just kind of nailed them in there, screwed them in, whatever, and just made a little V, or not really a V, but a 90, and then that's just our backdrop for all of our photos that we take because it's nice, neutral. Any kind of colors are really gonna kinda show up through it. But, yeah, it's just quick and easy. So having something like that makes it easier to take the pictures. If you already have a spot to do it, you can just kinda run over there, throw it all in, snap your photo real quick, and call it done. Uh, you just wanna try to stay away from, like, putting it on the floor, having having your toes or something in the picture. You want your photos to look nice because this is your resume to show people, "This is my work, this is what I can do," and you don't want your work to look kind of cheesy or unfinished by having you just don't want bad pictures, really, is all it comes down to. If people are going to look through it and say, oh man, these look amazing, they look really good. If you have some kind of, maybe if one side looks better than the other, just maybe get one side of the gun and then use that for a demo, your pictures or whatever. But always try to get the best picture possible, even play with angles, try to turn it around however, whatever looks best. But just get creative. Don't just always take the same exact picture and post the same exact picture. You can use the same background, but just change your angles and stuff to kind of mix it up. You'd still be surprised what you can come up with. Whit's done some really nice pictures, just kind of changing the angles up and stuff. And another thing that I'd like to talk about, I guess, when doing pictures, is you don't want to really mess with enhancing colors or changing the colors much because then you're creating a false persona of what your project looks like. So if somebody comes in, they see a picture online and you've completely changed it all to where it looks all some kind of funky or whatever. You don't want them to be like, "Oh, I want this," and you're like, "Oh, well, I can't really do that. I can do this. This is what it looks like." You don't want to give a false persona, so you don't really want to adjust with the brightness or the tones or nothing like that, because that's just going to give somebody a perception of something that you cannot physically do. Um, Try to keep it to original as possible.
Yeah, with going back with the editing and all that, you can just click here, top left corner, edit image, adjust. You can see all. But like if you need to make the image a little brighter, you can brighten it. But I wouldn't like you got tint. Definitely wouldn't want to change that.
Yeah,
Press X process. Like you don't want to change the image.
yeah. Want it to look as real as possible.
Yeah,
Um,
another
Go
cool
ahead.
thing you can do with this is you can add text. So you can add a heading and all that. So you can say cool rifle. And then you got font size, color. So you can just make a really cool social media post for your business or right product or whatever.
Yeah, and if you get good at this, I mean, I couldn't imagine it taking you more than 10, 15 minutes to knock one out really quick and make it look nice.
I mean, no, you saw me make this. It literally took me like 30 seconds and that was it.
Yeah. Well, the more you do it, the more you're gonna get comfortable for sure. But
Yeah, I mean, all you need to know is that on the left, you got elements, uploads, and text. That's really it. Your uploads is where you upload stuff. Elements, you can add cool stuff like the New York City, and
so
text.
you upload straight to your social media from here, correct?
Yes.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, I forgot. I should have talked about this. So when you're done editing your image and all that, you go up here to the top right, share, download, and then download. So then it'll download to your computer, and then from there you can upload to your social media.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
That's all good. And then if anybody ever has like any like maybe this social media is just maybe not your thing, you don't really want to mess with it, but you know you kind of need some social media. Whitmore's actually started a company. I think it's called Wits End. Is that correct, Whit?
um, yes, it is. Go back to the screen. Boom. There's my name.
Yep. So he's kind of doing some social media stuff, kind of helping people out. So if you guys need any help or kind of want somebody to maybe look at your social media to kind of get some ideas or whatever, maybe get a hold of Whit and see if he can't help you out. I don't know any of the pricing or nothing like that. You guys can talk to him and work all that out.
It
But
just depends.
yeah, but I'm sure he'll be glad to help you out. And he's been doing ours for a really long time. And our social media is definitely, we've upped our game on it with Whit stepping in and doing it. Before it was just John, and they for sure didn't want me doing it. We wouldn't have gotten anywhere. But anyways, I think that's about it for today. It's not really a long video. It's just kind of an important topic. I'm getting ready to get out of here, and I got to drive to Oklahoma City. Uh, so I just figured we just do something kind of quick, something easy. But yeah, I appreciate everybody kind of stopping and watching the video, and we appreciate it.
Yep.
Come
Thank you
check us
guys for
out.
watching.
Yeah, next week we should have KM Tacticals coming in, and we'll see if we can't maybe get some of those guys to come in here and talk about what they do, because it'll be pretty interesting. Because a lot of their business, they did a lot of 80%, and now after the new ruling that's happened, they're kind of having to switch up gears. So we'll kind of see how that's really affected their business, what's going on with them, what are they doing to supplement their income, because now they've lost everything for their 80% because they're not doing that at all. So we'll kind of try to talk to them and see, you know, give everybody else ideas if you're kind of in this industry and you were kind of like relying on the 80%, what are other people in this market doing to kind of help generate more income, because now you've lost that. So we'll see what they got to say. So thank you.
Yep. Thank you. And again, if you need help with your social media, just contact me. Contact the Branson Cerakote. You can contact with me, and I can help you with social media. So have a great day.